Hey film crew, it's Brad here, the developer behind the app Crew Call. This week I pushed out a new update and I'm going to run you through some of the new features. The two best new features of this update are the ability to add half days and an improved user interface. Let's check it out. You can see here we've got a work week for a first AC, so let's jump in. We'll go into the gear check day and you'll immediately see the new user interface down at the bottom, an array of buttons. So if you click this, it's giving you a warning saying you worked 4.5 hours and you should charge for 8 hours. We'll click here and swap to income breakdown. You see that our 8-hour rate is 1,000. Now typically for a gear check we'll charge a percentage of our day rate. So that's what the new half day rate feature does. You click here and it says half day disabled. We'll enable it and you'll see here in the background are updates, and you'll see here straight away it's calculating a 66% of your 8-hour rate and giving you a half day rate. You're able to change that to whatever percent you want. And then if you need a reset to your default percent, you can just press this. Now, simply 66% is what we've kept as the default, but you can change that. So if you wanted a nice neat 65 so that your half day rate is 650, you can set that and your half day rate defaults to 65%. So now if you change that, just having a browse at what the percentages do, you can simply just press this button here and it will reset to $650. Next, let's take a look at shoot day 1, which is minimum work day. So that's the same as before. 6.75 hours worked, charge for 8. Gives you a nice warning here. If you do work over, it'll just de-highlight and it'll say your work hours logged exceed an 8-hour day, so it's not applicable. Here we did a night shoot, so you get a nice indicator showing that you should charge a night loading. And then if we go to shoot day 3, which is a gear return, in Melbourne what we'd do for a gear return is we'd just charge a flat fee. So you can see that the call time was 9:15 and the wrap was 9:45. But it's flagging with here, worked 0.5 hours, charged for 8. So what we can do is flat rate. So we'll enable it here. And then we haven't set a default flat rate for Jack, but we can click here and we'll say our gear return rate is 250. Set. And you'll instantly see that update in here, 250. So if you disabled that, it'll go back to the minimum 8-hour rate, which is 1,000. We can enable that and then set Jack's flat rate to 250. If we change this to something different, $500 flat rate, that updates and we can see it here. And if we wanted to reset to our default, we can click there and it resets to our default flat rate. And there's some of the great new features in Crew Call version 1.3.1. I hope you like them. If you have any feedback, always let us know. And if you don't have Crew Call, check it out now on the App Store.